Hi guys, hi from Andrea Unger. Forex. I've been asked about my opinion on Forex, which is not extremely positive. I got some enemies discussing this before, and probably we'll get some more today, but it's important to point out some truths that I see and that most often are not seen by the mass of people approaching trading. Forex has sort of, in my opinion, misled the world of trading because many people see today trading as Forex and CFDs, and they forgot the real essence of trading. So it's like when we are now in lockdown because of the coronavirus situation, and we have I see in some advertisement about the possibility to get unlimited gigabytes for your connection. And this is something that for me, with my cable connection here, is weird, sounds weird, because I've always had unlimited gigabytes. But with a mobile phone, normally you don't. And this offer is related to the perception of internet, which has grown through the use of mobile phone. So many people today actually surf the internet, browse through the website just because they stay there with their mobile phone. And the perception of internet is now through mobile phone. That's why unlimited gigabytes, which is normal here at home. Same thing on trading. Metatrader and Forex have sort of dragged the minds of aspiring traders, making them think that that is trading, that is the real and only world of trading, which luckily is not true. Trading has been there before and will be there after. But what is the real problem? The real problem about Metatrader and Forex is that this combination cut many of the obstacles to approach trading. Obstacles that you are normally able to bypass through motivation. While if you don't have many obstacles and you can easily access the markets, you take it more like a hobby or a breeze, something simple, something easy, which is not, obviously. And this causes problems in terms of losses normally. Main problems are losses in trading. So the fact that you can easily access from today to tomorrow, open an account, get even some bonuses, and then you can trade all the markets, currencies and through CFDs, whatever you want, is something that pulls people inside on one side, but these people just jump into the game because they are looking for money, for easy money possibly. And even the gurus in Forex markets are something I don't really understand. Why? I want to explain you. Considering how limited Forex is in reality, because believe me, it's very limited if you forget CFDs. Forex itself is limited. So when I meet a guy who claims to be a long-term investor, since a long time, let's say, investor, trader in Forex FX trader, and all similar claims, it sounds weird to me that he's still sticking in Forex. So the big question mark comes, are you still there because in reality you did not make enough money so you can move from there? Or are you there because you get more people into your educational system? Probably both can be true, but obviously the truth is that if you are really a skilled trader, if you are really a wolf of Wall Street, you have to move forward and you move to a different scenario, which is a different market. You don't stick to Forex and to Metatrader. That's the truth. The evidence I have through different traders met all over the world, and it's sad to see that there are so many scams claiming to be next George Soros, FX trader, and so on. By the way, many of these have been replaced by cryptocurrency investor, Bitcoin speculator, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, they disappeared already, but the concept is the same. Something that sounds appealing to the mass of people who is looking for money. Okay? Then, about diversification, you can say, yes, but there are CFDs, so they can actually diversify. Well, if you run a good analysis of the costs involved in trading CFDs compared to the costs involved in the equivalent stocks or futures, you recognize immediately that there is actually no match. I mean, futures, stocks, the real markets, let's say, are extremely cheaper compared to CFDs and to the CFD world. Obviously, because CFD are an offer to those who don't have enough money to trade those markets. So it's clear you have to pay for this because you get a service. But coming back to my concept before, the guru, the Wolf of Wall Street, is not trading CFDs. He's trading stocks or futures. Now you might claim that George Soros made money on the currency markets. Yes, probably not through Metatrader anyway. That said, the barriers to enter the market lead people, no barriers in Forex, lead people to jump into in an easy way, just because they want to make money. And there is also another evidence, considering brokers with different kind of traders, or better say, different kind of levels of traders and attitude of traders. If you look at statistics, they are online. You can browse, Google them, and you will find, I'm telling you the truth, most of the CFDs and FX retail traders, brokers, show that you have a percentage of profitable accounts which goes between, I may say, 20 and 35%. Which is much more than you expected, probably, because we always hear 5% are profitable, 95 lose. No, it's much better overall, 20 to 35, okay? This is normally the average of retail. If you look at interactive brokers, which doesn't mean interactive brokers is better than, for example, Oanda or IEC Market. No, I just say, look at interactive brokers, where normally you have a different family of traders, just because of the way they trade, of the level of capitalization, and also of technology. They don't trade through Metatrader. There you see that this percentage goes up to close to 50%. First quarter of 2020, it dropped to 42 something, but it has been between 45 and 50 for different times. So actually, you see that also in that case, more skills necessary, more capitalization. So different level of trading leads to better results. Not because of the broker, but because of the way those traders trading there have approached the world of trading. And another evidence, if you look at the World Cup Trading Championships and you look at the results of the winners or of the leaderboard, you will see that the futures division shows normally better results than the Forex division, okay? This has maybe two explanations. The first is that the traders trading futures are more educated in trading compared to those in Forex, so they get better results. One possibility, which might be true, again, because they have more challenges to get there. Second, the world of futures might be easier than trading the world of Forex. And this is something that I also believe because of my personal experience and experience of many students in the Unger Academy. Now, I want to tell you that I have nothing against anybody approaching Forex. Be careful, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying that if you want to approach Forex, you have to do so taking care of your proper education. In the same way you approach any other market in the world, with the same care about your structure, your education, and your approach, your trading plan. I have in the Unger Academy different students who trade Forex and only Forex, and they are happy, they are profitable. So there is nothing. I'm not telling them, well, stop trading that stuff. No, of course, if their capitalization, if their attitude, if their mindset is pushing them towards Forex, it's fine, provided they do it the proper way. This is what we teach, what we recommend, and what we want everybody to be careful about. So it's more a matter of being aware of what's going on. So Forex is it's not a regulated market. That's another reason why grown-up traders, let's say, prefer to quit from that. It's normal. That's why I don't believe in the big gurus of Forex. It's a nonsense, in my opinion, again. But you can trade Forex if you wish, provided you approach it the same way you would approach trading the mini S&P, for example. The futures mini S&P, not the CFD. That's it, guys. It's very important that you are aware of what you do. Okay? My personal experience is that futures are easier. They offer for sure a completely different possibility to diversify your approach, your trading, your markets, which is not possible in the number of currency pairs out there in the Forex market. And if you do so on futures, it's in any case cheaper than doing so on CFDs. I mean, probably some Forex broker is willing to kill me now. I'm just telling you some tips of common sense. Of course, if you can't open a futures account, you can open a Forex account. I discussed about that. I mentioned some of the brokers which I trust. I mentioned that it's not bad as a starting point, but you have to be careful and aware of what you do. So my recommendation is to study and to approach markets with as a serious business. If you want to know more about trading and specifically automated trading, which is what I do, you can find a link here below to get more information about this world, the world inside the Unger Academy, and whatever your experience is and whatever you want to add to my video here about Forex, what you know, what you've heard of, please feel free to comment here below. We are here to discuss with you. Ciao from Andrea Unger, see you next time. Ciao.